When people imagine wealth, they picture luxury, brands, cars, mansions, the constant pursuit of more. But if you look closely at those who are quietly, authentically wealthy, you find a very different pattern. Their richness doesn't come from what they buy, but from what they refuse to spend money on. True wealth is not a lifestyle. It's a philosophy. The wealthy don't spend money to prove anything. Most people use money as a signal, a way to show status, success, or identity. But the truly wealthy have nothing to prove. Their sense of self doesn't depend on approval or recognition. Because of that, they rarely spend on things designed for display. Luxury logos, trend chasing, visible markers of wealth, these are tools for people still searching for validation. Quiet wealth prefers quality, craftsmanship, and longevity. Their confidence is internal, so their spending is invisible. They don't spend on endless upgrades. Modern life encourages constant replacement, the newest phone, the latest gadget, the next version that's only slightly better. But the wealthy understand something simple: the cost of upgrading isn't money, it's attention. Every replacement resets the mind, adding noise to life. So they value stability over novelty. Tools that last. Objects that age well. Devices that do exactly what they need and no more. Because wealth is not the ability to buy new things, but the freedom from needing to. They don't spend money to maintain fragile relationships. One of the largest hidden expenses in life is the cost of keeping relationships alive that were never real. Dinners to impress. Gifts to compensate. Social events attended out of obligation. Parties meant to stay relevant. But the genuinely wealthy avoid this. Their friendships are built on character, not currency. They cultivate relationships that don't require performance or payment. If a connection must be bought, it will eventually disappear when the money does. True wealth invests in people who invest back. They don't spend on high stimulation entertainment. There is a belief that wealth creates boredom, that with more money, people chase louder and more intense pleasures. But this usually describes new money, not old, enduring wealth. Those who are truly wealthy gravitate toward low stimulation, high depth activities: reading, walking, nature, conversation, art. Moments that nourish reflection rather than drown it. Because excitement fades, but depth grows. Their happiness is not outsourced to entertainment. It's cultivated in silence. They don't spend money to create an image. One of the most subtle forms of waste is spending to appear successful rather than to be successful. Clothes meant to impress. Cars meant to signal. Homes arranged for visitors, not for living. But quiet wealth understands a different truth. The moment you spend money to look powerful, you are admitting you don't feel powerful. True confidence doesn't need decoration. It reveals itself through restraint, not display. So what do the truly wealthy invest in? Understanding what they avoid shows what they value. They invest in time, the rarest currency. Free mornings, slow days, the ability to choose. Health, because no amount of wealth can buy back a damaged body. Knowledge, not degrees, but understanding. The ability to see the world clearly. Character, the only asset that compounds forever. Silence, the foundation of good decisions. In their world, money is not the point. It is simply a tool for protecting what truly matters. And that tool is used sparingly. Conclusion: the wealthy don't avoid spending because they're frugal. They avoid spending because most things offer no real value. True richness comes from subtraction, from removing excess, distraction, and insecurity. What you refuse to spend on reveals who you refuse to be. And perhaps that is the quiet lesson behind quiet wealth, that in the end, prosperity is not measured by what you can buy, but by what you no longer need.